their own butt.
The chat was weird for a second there, but I fixed it.
Weird all the time.
Wow.
It shows her taste in men, though, right?
Ah, good point.
That's fine. That's fine.
You don't play that fucking
Hey, we're
game.
on there. I see you.
Are we?
Hey,
Okay,
Griff.
there we go.
I see you.
All right.
No, don't see me.
You're in the right spot.
Yeah,
Are you
yes,
sure?
we're in the right spot. I made sure of it before we got started this time. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Hey guys, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn Podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Baka.
What's up, guys?
Looked like he had to remember who he was.
I'm...
Yep.
What's my name again? Like, he's got a little card in front of him that says so he doesn't forget.
Yep.
I should have made one of those for Oak a long time ago.
Thanks.
No Really on.
Sees a
Really
card.
Why?
I don't have to worry as long as Chicken has us in the right spots on here. I don't have to have the card.
I guess that's true. Well, I don't see the stream, so I might still forget. Maybe I need my own card.
I don't know why this cat does it every single time, but it's Bigby all the time. Whenever we start the podcast,
She's got to be right
she's
there.
always a touch me not too, unless the podcast's going.
And then she's like, yes, it's on me. It's me time.
Me time.
Our viewership just went up like crazy because it's got a
30%.
cat. Yeah.
Yep, cats on the internet. That's all we need, right?
No, don't step on my keyboard. No, back off. She's gonna cancel the podcast. Sorry.
No, please don't. Please don't.
Oh, it's not good.
Anyway, what's up, everybody? Happy Father's Day. Yay.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
That's just Oak for us, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any other dads, though, if you are a father or have a father, then, Happy Father's Day, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's weird. Holidays are weird. I don't like it.
I don't think I should ever be put in charge of another human being's life.
Not without supervision, at least.
What does this do? I don't know. Stick the fork in the light socket and go find out. You'll be fine.
I'm sure you'll be alright.
You'll be fine.
Maybe
No
not.
big deal.
Maybe not.
What's the worst that could happen?
The people at the hospital, like the local hospital, would be on first name basis with him and his kid if he ever had one.
Yes.
Like,
They're like, oh, you're back again.
What lesson did you learn today? Well, we learned not to go up to a big mean dog and kick it in the balls.
I think it's still on his Xbox, whatever the little avatar thing is. It has a quote, and I think his is "Pain is how we learn." That I think he would put into practice in real life if he had a kid. So, anyway,
It used to be
Big
something else entirely, and then I got reported for some stupid ass reason.
anyway,
Defensive.
it was a big week this week. We had E3, so we should probably talk about E3 stuff because holy balls, E3 was busy with news.
Did we get enough information for E3? I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the email that I sent with the news stuff is usually like 6 or 7 bullet points and whatnot. This one's like 3
Holy shit.
pages.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
It's a lot, a little bit. It's on there.
Although some of it's weird. Like some of the Xbox stuff is like it's this, but then it's this, and then in this interview it's this, and some of it's like backtracking stuff. I don't
It's
know.
Microsoft not knowing what the hell they want to do with the console.
Nope.
It's true.
Not backwards compatible. Okay, maybe. You gotta install your games. No, maybe not. There's no buying used games. Okay, we'll take that back. It's make up your
It's
fucking
not
mind.
quite that bad this time, thankfully.
No, it's not that bad.
But they did announce new consoles, plural, because there's 2 of them, and then kind of changed what they were gonna do, or whether or not they were worth it, or I don't know. I don't know what to think. The Xbox S, God, it's
The Xbox One S.
yes, the Xbox One S is smaller by 40% than the original Xbox, and it comes in white and has no port for the Kinect. So you have to buy a separate thingy to plug it up to even use the Kinect. So the thing that we were told we were gonna have to have because it's the way of the future, now you have to buy an expensive peripheral to even plug it up in the new one.
Wow, they didn't even put it on the new one. What the hell?
Nope.
Yeah, but you got to ask a question too. How much space did that particular part take up in the first place? Like it's in the back of the original Xbox One because they required that.
But it wasn't as important as they told us it was to start with if we can have Xboxes without it.
Yeah, but that's because everybody bitched about the Kinect. At some
That's
point,
because it didn't have. I mean, okay. Here's what I do with my Kinect. I use it to turn on and off my Xbox. That's it. Everything else that happens when the Kinect pops up on the screen, it is doing it on its own because it thinks that I said something that I didn't. That's how
I don't
useful
even own a
the
Kinect.
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like my Kinect. So like I don't use it for like the the moving the menus around or anything like that, but I use it mainly because I play FIFA, and FIFA, it's got the options to be able to talk to the players that are on the field and move them around and stuff like that. That's the reason I use it, but it's game
This.
specific, right? Like I don't use it
This is
for
how
the.
I turn mine on and off. That's it.
I don't turn mine on or off.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes I do.
yeah.
But yeah, that was the big thing with the Xbox S. It's smaller. It's supposed to be a little bit stronger, but they said that it's not going to change anything as far as like graphics wise. If you've got an Xbox One and an Xbox One S, they're going to look the same as far as the gameplay goes and
Mhm.
all of that stuff. So it's almost like, why?
It does have HDR and it is 4K.
Yeah, it's got the 4K
So
thing, but if you're not running a 4K television, it doesn't matter to you.
right.
It's the same thing with the Scorpio, because Phil Spencer had said something about, he may have been talking about the 1S, but basically it's, if you don't have a 4K television, it's not going to be any different an experience for you at all.
Right. Right.
So keep that in mind when you're looking at new stuff. But yeah, there was the Scorpio thing.
But shouldn't that be like common sense? I'm doing 4K gaming, but I can't run 4K.
I don't
mean,
know.
I would think that it's like, okay, it's awesome, because it's like if I run a PC and it's capable of doing 4K, but if I don't have a screen that's capable of registering 4K, it does me no good. So why run it in 4K? So I guess, I mean, to me, you're just dealing with a bunch of people that aren't paying attention at that particular point, because it's like, okay, here's your 4K option, awesome. PS4 is supposed to be whatever the new one, that one's supposed to be. That they didn't bring to E3. It's the same type of setup. It's like, okay, well, here's your 4K stuff, but I don't know. Like Scorpio's the one I'm interested in. The S is cool looking, but Scorpio's the one I'm interested in.
I
As
kind
someone
of
who
like,
works, as someone who works in retail, I already know that I'm going to get the people who are going to come in and not understand the fact that it's like, well, it says it goes into 4K. Do you have a 4K TV, sir? Well, no. Then there you go. You can't do. It doesn't look any different because you don't have.
They said that there's not going to be any Scorpio exclusive games, but then they also said that developers will have the option to choose what they develop for. So, yes or no on that front?
No, I think what the way I understood it, the way it was said was that there's not going to be an exclusive just for that particular console, but they have the option to be able to register it, like be able to make a powerful enough game for that console.
But does that mean that you might not get some of the games?
No,
because
you would
the console.
no,
I mean,
no, because it's going to be based on how that system runs it, is what I'm understanding from it. Because it's the same thing. Like if I can go out and buy a brand new spanking game for my PC, and my PC might be not as good as your PC, but both of our PCs can run it. I'm just running at a lower register than yours is, because you've got to remember you're running off Windows 10 when you're running an Xbox One.
yeah.
So it's just how much processing power do they have to be able to run that, and that's where I think that's where the difference is gonna be. I think because they're basically developing for Windows 10, which was obvious when you watch Microsoft's E3 briefing, because everything's gonna go to Windows 10. Like, oh,
Yes.
you get this, you get it on Windows 10. You get this, you get it on Windows 10, including Gears of War.
Yeah, Gears of War will be, and I think that one's one of the ones they're doing cross-platform. Like some of them are, and some of them aren't cross-platform games, even though they'll be on both, which is fine. But I figured if Gears of War could be cross-platform, I thought it was weird that Halo Wars 2 is not.
That is a little odd, because to me that game, it's a strategy game, but maybe they're worried about people with the mouse and keyboard being able to move around the screen quicker than somebody with the joystick. But at the same time, most people that play with are going to be playing multiplayer on PC for Gears of War, are going to be doing the mouse and keyboard, right?
You would think so. I mean, I don't know.
I don't want to play against somebody that's on a Windows machine. There's no way.
Well, I mean, I guess we're gonna find out how that goes, because that's gonna happen. That's a thing. That's happening for reals.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
You're
we're
gonna
not.
get a
The
lot
whole
of
show's not gonna be about
console
Xbox.
You're gonna get a lot of console players just going absolute bonkers because it's like, oh my god, I don't understand how he's like aiming so quickly. Mouse and keyboard.
Well, you know that they're coming out with full support for mouse and keyboard on the Xbox. So
Are they?
Yep. So I mean, at this point, if you play with a controller, you are at a major disadvantage no matter where you play at now.
Oh.
I mean,
Well, I like my controller.
Yeah. Just a matter of what you like to play with. But I think it's the comment that we've made before about this, which is if you've got a pro gamer that's used to having, the controller in his hand, and you have a pro gamer that's used to mouse and keyboard, it'll be a good battle. But the keyboard guy is going to win. The keyboard and mouse guy most likely is going to be the one that wins. But if you've got the average gamer that's on mouse and keyboard, and you have a pro gamer with a, it's going to be about skill at that particular point. I think, but I just don't think that. I personally don't want to play against people that are just the same grade of gamer that I am on there, or a little bit better and they're playing with a mouse and keyboard, because I know I'm going to get my ass handed to me. Not that I play the multiplayer on Gears anyway, but still, it's just kind of like if that's where we're starting with this, it's just kind of like okay.
Speaking of Gears, I watched the gameplay footage that they showed off for Gears of War 4, and I'm kind of I don't know, I'm kind of undecided. I'm in the middle somewhere right now. Like, I'm still gonna get it. I'm still looking forward to it, but I don't know if I'm hype about it. They took some ideas that were good and carried it over from last Gears, and then borrowed some stuff from other games. Like, they have a saw blade launcher that's very reminiscent of the one from Dead Space, that little flat blade thingy.
That thing is awesome. Chop off
Which
those fucking.
kind of started out in Unreal Tournament.
I thought so, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to say
Yeah,
that.
because that was my favorite thing to do. Because in one of the maps there was this narrow hallway, and you take the gun, and if you make it bounce off the walls, it'll just bounce all the way down the hallway. And if there's anyone down there sniping, bam, decapitated.
It does look like a one-shot kill. You can bounce it off the walls. They made the scenery somewhat destructible, so like they're hiding behind those chest-high walls that Gears of War is so famous for. You can just blow them up and be like, no more walls for you. Sucks to be you. Although that means that you no longer have that wall to hide behind either. But hey, you know what? It's whatever. You do you.
Yeah, well, and some of the complaints I'd heard about the gameplay that was on there was it feels like Game of War, and looks like Game of War the way it's set up.
Gears of War?
Gears of War, sorry.
Definitely not.
Yes, it feels like Gears of War the way it's set up, but at the same time, it's where it's kind of not enough change is what some people were saying. It's like they expected with this new group to have a little bit more to it.
Yeah. Well,
and so I'm interested to see. I mean, because you're seriously watching 5 minutes of gameplay, so what do you know, right? For
15, but close enough. I get what you're saying. But it's like in the scheme of things, yes, that's a very tiny portion of the game.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. You are seeing very little. Although they do have some new stuff, like they've got a knife execution now that I got to see the female character do a couple of times. It was pretty cool. There was one that she had a bayonet on the end of her gun instead of having like the typical lancer with the chainsaw. So she stabbed a guy with her gun, lifted him up, and then shot him off the end of the gun. It was great. I mean,
new ways to kill people.
I'm all about new ways to murder folks, so I'm still down for it. But it does look a little similar, I guess, maybe too similar to before stuff. So we'll see. But Marcus Phoenix is coming back, and that's cool. I mean, not to play, but he'll be there. He'll be there.
He's passing on the torch.
He is. I guess that's kind of what they wanted to do with that, is let it kind of go from one hand to the next, and you can see that transition. But whatever. We knew what that was going on,
Got big shoes to fill.
Big shoes.
Yes.
Other stuff Microsoft exclusive, or at least for a year of exclusivity, will be Dead Rising 4.
I thought they were stopping that.
Stopping what? Exclusivity?
The exclusivity after the whole Tomb Raider thing.
No. Hold on. What he said was he was not going to buy an existing franchise out and do that was not already Xbox exclusive. Dead Rising was only on Xbox originally.
And then it went to everybody, and then it went back to Xbox.
Yeah. So
that's why that one's weird. That series is kind of singular and something like that. There's not many others that have done that.
Yeah, so that one's kind of that's one of the deals. It's like, because when I think of Dead Rising, I always think of Xbox, because that's what it was initially on, and what people were playing it on. So I think it's weird that they would do a 1 year only on it. It's just
I
kind of
don't
odd.
understand the year exclusivity thing. I think that that's weird. Like if you're gonna buy exclusivity, buy it, and if you're not, then don't piddle around with it and make people wait. Like the Tomb Raider thing was so stupid.
Well,
It's a
I'm gonna be
year of
interested.
exclusivity
I'm gonna be interested this winter when Tomb Raider hits PlayStation 4.
to see how popular it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I'm interested.
because it's kind of like, okay, how bad did it hurt their sales, or is it going to help their sales because they've got friends that have already played through all this stuff?
Or you've
Uh,
already seen it all on streams or YouTube or, just general internet spoilers and whatnot, and you don't care anymore. It could
maybe.
go either way. Everybody's had a year to play it, and usually like 6 months is when people start talking spoilers. And after
Right.
that, it's kind of open game. So I don't know. But they didn't say if it was going to go to PlayStation or not. It just said a year of exclusivity on Xbox and Windows, which means is it going to be on the Xbox store and then they'll move it over to like Steam after a year, but not PlayStation?
Maybe. Maybe.
The wording is so weird.
But
Or
I don't see it
watch
going to
verbiage.
I don't see it going to PlayStation. That's what's weird. It's like I've never
I see
thought
it
of
going
that
to
game.
PlayStation.
I never thought of that game as a PlayStation game. So
Was it Dead
Uh,
Rising 2 that was on both? Is that the one?
Dead Rising 2 was on both. Same thing with Off the Record. 3 was Xbox One only.
Yep.
And then same thing with the first one. 4 was Xbox 360 only.
Yep.
But Tomb Raider was associated with PlayStation long before, so I
Yeah.
would imagine that one would go to PlayStation once the year exclusive is up.
Well, that one will.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely, they've already got a release date and everything for it.
yeah, I'm just talking about Dead Rising.
You went from like Tomb Raider to that, and I was like, I thought it was coming on a PlayStation.
It is.
It is.
But yeah, Dead Rising 4 is gonna take us back to the original antagonist, I guess antagonist, sure. Frank West. We're gonna meet him again. But we're not rebooting. We're just, I think it was 17 years down the line. So I'm excited. It's got a holiday release date and it has holiday themed shit. I watched him shoot candy canes from a crossbow and I'm all about it. I can't wait. I love that game.
Yeah,
I like
enjoyed
just
the hell out of
getting
stuff.
in ridiculous outfits and just running around.
Yes. Ridiculous outfits and equally ridiculous weapons. Like I saw him at one point in a little like scooter van kind of thing that had two spinny, glowy, I think they were horses, but I'm not sure. And he was running around shocking people with it. Well, zombies with it. It was hilarious. I can't wait. I
wonder
love
if
my
that'll have a
freaking
co-op or
chaos
something good.
simulators. That's all I need. Chaos sims everywhere. Let's see what else.
It's okay because they're zombies. Bzz.
It is okay. Come on. It'd be okay if they were people.
Going back to hardware things, they had one of the things that Microsoft was talking about was it looks like they're going to make it available for you to be able to customize a controller and get them to do it. Because a lot of people are getting like scuff controllers and things like that made.
I think I'd be way more excited about it if it was something that you couldn't have done previously.
Yeah, now it's like $80 to do it. But like with scuff controllers, you've got like the Elite controller is where you got the stuff up underneath where you can push buttons and things. But this is just like if you went
Well, yeah,
into
but I mean, even beyond that, you could order those. Like I looked at buying a whole custom console, but you could buy just the controller where all you did was paint it. It didn't have any extra buttons or anything. So it's like this is not new, Microsoft, but thanks for offering it.
I think the idea is that they're giving you the option to be able to have them do it. It's weird because the first thing I thought of when I saw it was Nike has what they call Nike ID, which you can go in and get shoes and customize shoes however you want them made, and they're like $120, and then they send you the shoe and customize your shoe. That's what I thought of when I thought of this. I was like, okay, so basically they're like Nike of consoles now. And they're going in, and because you could put your name down at the bottom of them and do all that type of stuff. But I guess because there's going to be a lot of people that don't necessarily want to do this themselves, or they can't make it look good. But the deal is it's going to be solid colors. So all they're doing is painting the little pieces and putting the whole damn thing together. So, I mean, looking at $80, it's really not that bad price wise, because that was at $20 more than a regular controller is.
It's pretty comparable to what you could already order the custom ones for.
Yeah. So, and then you'll be straight from Microsoft, so I guess maybe a warranty on that. I don't know how that works.
Please, it's a controller, probably not.
Yeah. So, but I thought that was a cool option, though, just from a gaming standpoint, because you are going to have some people, like kids and everything else. Parents are like, I'm not paying $250 for a scuff controller. You know, for
Oh, but I'll pay
everything
80
else.
for one, sure.
Yeah, but it's if you buy a regular controller, it's 60. So I
It's
mean,
I
20.
know, which is why they're like, you play with the one it came with, or else if you break that one, you must be busting your ass to earn some allowance.
So, but I thought that was a good option for their customers. Not necessarily an important one, but it is a good option to have. And I don't understand why it took this long for it to have, as big as that market is.
That's because they knew somebody else had already been doing it, and they figured, why did we need to? But I guess now they're like, well, why not? I don't know, you guys. Why? I don't know.
Yep. I just wish
Microsoft's
they would do it
weird.
to Elite controllers. Like instead of the $150 or whatever it's for Elite controller to actually, have one customized that'd be nice. Because I love my Elite controller. But
Well, Sony also announced some hardware stuff. I think they talked about the Neo, but I didn't hear anything about it, and I'm having trouble finding articles, so I didn't have one. Sorry, guys. But they also gave a release date for their VR stuff.
as far as I know, they didn't talk about the Neo.
Okay. I saw a couple of things that were like for Neo, and I was like, but what is it about? And it didn't have any actual information. It's just Sony's Neo is coming up. It's like, but what is it? I think it's supposed to support 4K, like the other one, like the Xbox one, but I don't know. There's not any real details. I guess you'll be able to hook up your VR rig to it. Since they announced a bunch of VR games, like Rocksteady's looking to make a Batman VR game. There's a Star Trek one that you were looking forward to, Oak, I think.
Yay! Yep.
So yeah, VR is coming to Sony, I guess first, ish. Crickets.
Sometimes this fall. I don't know. It's supposed to be like 50 games or something that you can use with it. I mean that's a lot of titles.
I saw that, and this is what sold me on VR. I saw that Fallout will be fully playable in VR via the Vive. So I'm all about it. If I can walk around the Commonwealth, I think you've sold me on VR. Just saying. But yeah, I mean, for VR, it's supposed to be, I think Final Fantasy 15 for Sony will be in VR. Resident Evil 7, I think, is coming out for VR as well. Isn't that right, Chicken?
Yeah, but I don't know if I'll be playing it in VR.
Are you too scared?
Come on now. I know they're supposed to be going back to the roots, but you got a couple of jump scares here and there, but I don't see it going like, I'm shaking in my VR.
An article
Five
about
Nights at Freddy VR, Griff. Go,
no,
go.
I will not be playing. I will not. I'm sorry, everybody. Such a letdown, but no.
Did you all download the demo for the Resident Evil 7?
No, because it's not for Resident Evil 7.
It's for Resident Evil 7, but the demo has nothing to do with the actual game.
Yes.
Right.
So, I mean, it's like you're just giving me something that the Resident Evil 7 tag on it?
It's supposed to be very similar, though. I was going to tell you about that. The link that I sent you.
Well, I don't want to play a first-person Resident Evil game. That just...
It's not first-person.
I thought the demo was.
Is it? Is the demo first-person?
I thought, I was pretty sure the demo was first-person, and you could play it in VR first-person.
Oh, okay. Well, the game itself is going to be set in Louisiana. You're not going to be part of stars or anything like that. Like, you're just basically the hero of the game, or you, I guess, will be just an everyday average Joe. According to the demo, which is going to be similar gameplay to the actual game, some players have found hints towards an axe weapon, so melee probably will be involved. They've already said if you like guns, this is not the game for you. There's not going to be a fuck ton of guns that you can wander around with.
That's
Herbs
fine.
are confirmed, though, so,
Yes. How many herbs and what color?
I don't know, it just said herbs are... I can't
Blue,
confirm herbs.
green, red.
Well, all the herbs are blue, green, red, and yellow. Yeah, blue, green, red, and yellow, but they've never all been in the same game together.
Well, maybe they will be now.
Well, I don't know. I need to see
But
more.
they are going more horror survival, less action.
I need to know the timeline. I need to know the story. I need to know a lot more.
We're talking same universe that everything else has happened in. And I think that's why we're removing this so far away to go to somewhere like rural Louisiana at this point. Because they're just like, let's get away from all of the crazy big shit and put it on the outskirts and just have some everyday Joe Blow be our guy.
All right, but I'm going to need to...
Joe Bob experimenting with the T-virus in the backwoods creating freaky
Well,
shit.
it's called Biohazard. I think this one's gonna focus more on like the little.
Biohazard is the Japanese name.
Yeah, but it's
of
called
the game.
Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. That is
So
the
in
subtext.
Japan, it's called Biohazard 7
Yes.
Biohazard.
is.
Seriously? Seriously.
Yes.
Biohazard 7
Or
Biohazard.
maybe they were going to call it Biohazard 7 Resident Evil.
That could be a
Wow,
possibility.
that would be so fucked up. Like, what the hell?
Yep. But
Yeah, they could call it Resident Evil because since it's in the backwoods and in someone's like cabin or something like that.
No.
No, no.
Nice try, Buck.
I need to know a lot more about the game before I get too hyped up. I'm glad they're going back to the roots, but I need to know everything else.
Trailer looked a lot like, hey Wraith, what's up? It has been a long time. Sorry.
What's up, buddy?
Interrupted that. The trailer does look a lot like PT-esque, I guess. So I kind of wonder if that's how we're going to be looking at the game itself, is kind of more atmospheric horror and then surviving that.
Well, and see, that's
like
what
the
it
first
reminded
one.
me of, like watching the video of everything that was going on. Which, by the way, when the dude walks by the first time, like you get out and the guy walks, we all went, "Oh, okay, got it." But that's what it reminded me of. It's just like this, their way of announcing it. You know, the same way PT had set up the other one, and it was just kind of like, okay, let me see what we can do. But I think that if you're going to do the game and you're used to third person for Resident Evil, the way that Resident Evil has always been set up, I would be interested because they're like, you're going to be able to play this game fully in VR. I would like to know the difference in the experiences. Like, is it going to be one of those, like if Griff played completely in VR,
Oh my god, I'd have a heart attack.
and then you had, you know, Chicken who decided to play the third person version of it, or vice versa, whichever it was, right? How the experience changes, or if that one person says, okay, I'm going to do third person and I don't know how everything is, and I'll go back and play the VR version, or vice versa, how the gameplay changes. Like, because to me, you know, part of that third person view is the fact I can see everything around me versus the first person view where you can only see where you can see, right? Where your eyes would be. And you're
Right.
trying to turn your head and do everything else that's around there. And it's like, I understand that both are designed to kind of bring you into the game, but I think that one is you watching the person and playing the game versus you being the person playing the game. It's the reason I always thought of, you know, I always feel like I'm reading a story versus being part of the story when I play third person versus first person.
Really, I don't have a problem with that. Like, I'd rather play something like GTA 5, which gives us the option for first or third. I'd rather play that in third person than first.
I'd rather do the same thing, but it's just because when I play GTA, that's what I've always played was third person. Like, I couldn't play Uncharted in first person. It would be weird, right?
Well, it's got a
That's the
little
same
more
principle
platforming
with
elements
Resident
than you
Evil.
want in
Yeah.
first person.
Yeah, true.
I've always played in third person, so first person would just be too far of a stretch for that kind of game.
Fallout gives you the option for both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well.
that's true. But that's always giving you the option for both too. It's
I mean, I
not
played in
something.
first
It's like if it was always a first-person game, and then they come out with Fallout 4, and they're like, "All right, you could play third or first," and mostly everybody's going to be playing it first because that's what they're used to.
Okay, touche.
So it's kind of what the game has already been around. And to be fair, the first couple of games kind of gave you a bit of both because it was camera based, so it may have been third person, but you were only able to see this small little section. So then you move around the corner and you're like, oh god, and you're like, I can move my character but I can't move my eyes, and then you know, so it was kind of like a mix of both. So this one is like a mix of both, so
We'll see. I don't think
I'm
I'd
calling
be
it now, though.
disappointed.
There's going to be a giant pig we fight in it.
A giant why?
We're at the backwoods of Louisiana.
Oh, okay. I get your
zombie pig, seriously.
Zombie pig!
zombie.
Well,
Please make this happen and then make it into a pop vinyl for me.
Bacon eat you!
Backwaters, Louisiana, bacon eats you. Nice. Anyway, I will say I was wrong last week. I said I didn't think that they would do a Skyrim remaster announcement. They did.
face palm.
Yeah.
Face palm.
Have you GameSpot? Was it GameSpot or Eurogamer? One of them did a really good thing on what they did is they took the footage that they showed originally, which was the PS3, Xbox 360 version of it, and compared to the version that you would get for Xbox One, PS4. But they also showed the difference in the PC stuff too. And you are going to have people that don't want to do mods and things like that in order to create it, but they did show, it was kind of nice. They showed one little area where before there was no foliage and stuff underneath, and now there is a foliage of
I've
some
got a
sort.
mod for that.
Yeah, or higher
Well,
graphics.
like I said, not everybody
like
wants to do the mod. So, and also you're, coming straight from the developer versus,
Well, the
somebody that's
upside
in it.
with the PC thing is that if you own the Legendary already, like
You
if you
get it for
own
free.
Skyrim and all of its add-ons or the Legendary Edition on Steam, you will get the upgrade for free.
Or if you own all the DLC, like if you
Yes.
own all 3 parts
But
of the
that's
DLC,
add-ons.
yeah, you just get it, which is pretty neat. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be much different. To be honest, on PC, for people who've had it for so long, they're gonna load up the old one and be like, "Oh wow, this looks really good," and then load up the new one. They're gonna be like, "Oh wow, this looks the same." What the hell?
Well, the upside is your saves transfer, so you don't lose anything.
They're gonna be like, "I have to load up all the mods to make this look as good as the old one did."
Well, we'll just have to kind of see, right? So
Yeah.
when it's released, and I would be interested to see like almost like just do one of your streams like for one day, like the day before the thing's released, to where you just go, okay, here's the beginning of the game, this is what it looks like, and then tomorrow we're going to show you the beginning of the game, just so we can compare it side by side, right?
Let me get, when I get my new graphics card, I will run everything on ultra as high as it can go and then stream it, and then next day I'll run that one ultra everything and then stream it and be like,
Can you tell?
can you tell a difference, guys? I think there's a little bit more grass over here.
Well, I think you're going to be able to tell a difference. I don't think necessarily it's going to be a major change like it would be from the 360 to the Xbox One versions of it, right? But I
Yeah,
think you're gonna
those
be-
two, I can see why they would do it, because the Xbox 360 and Xbox One, the capabilities are totally different.
Right.
PC, it's like you're just, you're moving it up like you are with the console versions.
Right, well, but you're also update. What I think you're also doing though is you're updating graphics that are 4 years old now. So you're going to have, our technology has changed since then. So you're going to have a little bit of difference that way.
If you don't use
'cause-
mods.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't use, I mean,
Everything
it's,
with
I was
PC
gonna say,
is
with all my
heavily
mods, I'm
based
pretty
in
sure
that.
mine's gonna end up being.
yeah, if you have, that's why mods exist, is because they have the SDK, so they can get down to the nitty gritty code and just make it look like it will. So, I mean, if you use mods, you won't see a difference. If you don't use mods, you will see a difference. So,
I use mods, so probably not.
you won't see
I
a
also
difference.
have the Mass Effect shipped outside of Whiterun on mine.
Yeah, you won't see a
Crash.
difference, Baka.
Fuck, we'll see a difference. That won't be there anymore. That will be the difference.
Yeah, well, Microsoft has sold me on getting Windows 10 though, so screw them.
Well, only because State of Decay.
And Scalebound are on. Like, they're like, hey, you want to play our games? Get Windows 10, please,
I
just
watched the
download
gameplay
it.
trailer for Scalebound, and I was like, oh, okay, this is all right, I guess. Like, I didn't sell me the game.
No, I don't want to hear your
I want your
negativity.
negativity.
I don't want your negativity in this podcast.
Yeah.
Get out.
I think it's funny too, because one of the jokes that most people have going on right now is if you've got a Windows machine, every 5 seconds it pops up the whole thing of Windows 10, you need to update, blah blah.
You know how many times I've had to close it already?
Right.
A lot during this
Yeah.
podcast. It's like, hey, Windows upgrade, free upgrade, schedule your upgrade. Shut up.
Fuck you, Windows. You're not doing that to me again.
Oh
so,
my god.
So they're like, okay, upgrade. So it's almost like they set in the thing and go, how can we make them upgrade?
I know, right? They're like,
How
oh,
can we make them upgrade? We're gonna go, all right. Well, we're gonna give them Gears of War on a PC.
I'm
But
Windows
you can only
10.
do it.
Oh my god.
So here's the thing: is from you're a PC guy, so
Right.
and you love the Gears of War series. Gears of War has always been on an Xbox. Does it upset you that you don't have 1, 2, and 3 now on, or do you think they're going to release 1, 2, and 3?
They'll
Like,
probably release
think
it
it
for
matters
Windows
to me.
10. They'll be like,
They
hey.
did the first one on PC.
did they?
I don't think
I think
so.
I don't ever remember seeing it.
Well, let's find
If they
out.
did, it may have been the Ultimate Edition that came out last year. Was that last year? Recently?
Yeah, it was last year. Yeah.
It was sometime.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
Gears of
August
War
or something.
Ultimate Edition for Windows 10.
Did,
Yes, so you can get the Ultimate Edition for Windows
but it's still
10.
Windows 10.
It's still Windows fucking 10.
Win 10 or else get out.
You
No
buy
shit.
Okay. Well, some
No,
of the other
they did
stuff.
a version of it. They did a version of it before that.
I just don't like how invasive Windows 10 is. They're like, oh, we need to collect all this data that you're doing. But if you turn it off, you can't do anything. But if you leave it on, we'll just, keep keep track of all the stuff you do. It's like, no!
Microsoft is Big Brother.
Pretty much. And then if you turn it off, like, stop all their data collection, they're like, no, turn it back on.
Here,
Good
Windows,
boy.
I just sent you a bunch of links to Pornhub. There's my data for you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm a little
We
hesitant.
found
Plus-
that 95% of all of our users go watch porn.
Pretty much. I mean, that's one thing.
Is that
that's
all
just
they do
holding
on the
me off.
internet? Yes, that's what the internet was invented for. It
The
exchanged-
other, actually, it's probably 50% of them watch porn. The other 50% and the other 50% look at cats. There we go. You have it.
I'm sure there's some like overlap, but not at the same time. That'd be weird.
Yeah, that would be weird. Cat porn. I don't even want to think about that.
No.
No,
All right.
that's not the direction we're taking this show.
We'll just-
Absolutely not.
We'll just move on to the next subject, which will be anything else.
Brain's avoiding that conversation.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's go. Let's keep with the weird. How about Death Stranding, you guys? Kojima's on stage and he's talking, and somebody tell him to shut up.
Rockstar.
That son of a bitch is so fucking weird. Like, what the hell is wrong with his brain?
People worship him, but I do not like Kojima. However, I was looking forward to PT. I thought that was going to be really awesome. And then, of course, Konami was all, we're crackheads and don't like money anymore because reasons. So,
I
went
wonder if it's
nuts.
them or Kojima.
We're
Because
going to make slot machines and gambling. Okay.
I'm sure there was like a headbutt in that situation, but that's fine.
What about Castlevania, guys? You guys are sitting on money on that.
You
Oh
guys
my
are sitting on money on Silent Hill too, but it doesn't matter, Baka. Stop. Our dreams and hopes, just put those in a little box, put it in the fridge.
And Suikoden! Oh my God, Suikoden!
It's never gonna happen. Anyway,
oh, I
Kojima
see
has
the
a
sadness
new
in his
game.
face.
I know, sorry, man. Has a new game called Death Stranding and showed off a trailer for it that was just full of I don't know what the fuck this is.
Just like out of his head.
Yeah, like anytime he's been tweeting all week and it's all weird shit. Like, is this supposed to be philosophically deep or something? Am I just too stupid to understand it, or did you just write words and hope that it makes sense? Oh, whatever.
I
But
don't
Norman
know.
Reedus naked on a beach, bunch of dead animal or sea life and whatnot. He picks up a baby, it turns into oil in his hands, and then they're floaty alien people or some shit. And that's it. That's what we saw.
It's like, what the fuck are you like? What is
That's
he
like
on?
that's like a literal trailer. That's awesome, right there. Like it's just one of those where it's like, okay, this is what happened.
Like, he tried
And
to.
he's got like a big weird scar across his
Yeah,
stomach.
some sort of weird.
Like he had a C-section or something. That's where the baby came from. I was really
the
Yeah,
oil
but I didn't
baby.
really-
The devil.
Maybe the baby turned into oil.
It
Ah,
did. It did in his hands, because then it was on his hands, and then he was all crying, and I don't know. It's
I
weird.
don't.
Like I watched it and I was like, Silent or PT made more sense than this, and that was fucked up. This
yeah, it's
is
because
just-
he had other people helping him. This one, it's just him being
Somebody
freely
gave him a
fucking.
blank check and said, "Here, make us a cool game." And he said, "Okay, I'm gonna make my friend Norman Reedus do some crazy shit in mocap." Yay! Like we're so early in the game's development that they haven't even picked an engine to put it in yet.
Seriously,
That's
wow.
where we're at.
So we won't see that
So-
game till like 2030.
Yeah, we won't see that. That'll be the next like Last Guardian or some shit like that.
Oh, speaking of Last Guardian, we finally got a release date.
I know.
I call
Kinda.
bullshit. I
It's-
call
it's-
absolute bullshit. until
Yeah,
actually-
it's BS.
It could happen. It could happen. I'm really thinking about
it's
just.
gonna come up 2 weeks before it comes out, and it's like, guys, we fucked up. Sorry, we got to push it back.
And it'll
We-
get
we-
pushed back and pushed back until we can't remember it anymore, and it's
Well,
gone.
it makes me wonder if I should just go ahead and like pay my $5 down, or if I should like take my $5 and put it into some type of fund that gains interest and see
Right?
which
There
see
you
which
go.
happens first, right?
There you go. Just put it in
By
it.
the time the game comes out, you could buy like 30 copies of it with your $5 interest rate.
Yep.
But October 25th this year, theoretically,
This
right, for your
year.
birthday, Baka. There you go. Happy birthday, Last Guardian.
Yeah, right. Like we'll ever
Maybe.
see that.
Yeah, no. That's gonna be like one of those birthday gifts where it's like, oh look, happy birthday. Oh look, the box is empty. Fuck you.
Oh, that would be savage. Oh my god.
It figures, right? It figures.
Wow.
There's something else that's coming out on your birthday, and I can't remember what it was, but I was excited about it, I think. I'm gonna have to go figure it out now. I don't know what it was. I'll let you know when I remember.
Better not be another fucking Guitar Hero.
I don't think so.
Other-
Rock Band's got an expansion or some shit that's coming out, but I didn't care enough about it to put it in the news. Sorry.
Yeah, I like when they went through and they canceled like Rock Band, Guitar Hero because no one is buying it. People flipped their shit and was constantly, are they ever gonna do another one? And they finally did another one, and no one fucking buys the damn thing.
Because we're
And it's like,
past
really,
that.
you people bitched about it, and now you're not even fucking buying it. So, well, it was a novelty thing.
Whatever.
Then don't ask me when they stop doing it again.
Anyway, I know we're getting close to the end of the show, so I'm trying to push everything else into the end right now.
Well,
so
we have about
God of
still
War,
another 20 minutes.
do God of War.
Charlie.
Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda.
Okay,
well,
Zelda
let's do
does
the
look.
same time. God of War first. Everybody
All
stop.
right, fine.
So-
Charlie, it's whatever. I don't know.
I can't find anything that says
Charlie and
that's
Kratos
his
Oompa Loompas.
name. Is that really his name? Because if so, I'm super disappointed.
Basically, I can't remember what his name was based on there, but watching it, it was kind of one of those where it's like I get the whole Greek Roman god thing that they had going before because of God of War, but I almost wish that they had created another character
Because
to
now you're taking Kratos to
yeah, because now you're taking him to the Norse god stuff, and it's like, which is kind of cool because what they've decided to do was because of the way the Norse religion was set up is that those gods lived on Earth at one point or whatever, and so that's kind of the whole concept. And they thought about going to Egypt, which I would have loved for them to go to Egypt, but again, I would have wanted a different character. You know, it's like you're taking this Greek character and you're putting him in this area, and then eventually, if they do Egyptian, then it'll be that way too, right? So, I think it's cool that they've changed the aspect view. Now it's in third person versus that kind of top down hack and slash thing that they had before. I think that's cool. But I think it's something that needed to change with the series, but at the same time, I'm not really that excited about it until I see more from it. And if the kid's name is Charlie for real,
It is Charlie, 100%. His
oh
name
my God! Why is
is
his
Charlie.
name Charlie? Who are you? I am Charlie, son of Kratos.
Here, eat my chocolate bars.
Oh my god.
Actually, when they were announcing it, we were streaming. I think Fino was the one that said his name was Charlie. Somebody told us his name. And we were all like, Candy Mountain, Charlie. Candy Mountain. Like, that's all I can think of.
Oh my god!
They could have chose any
Now
other
all I
fucking
can
name.
see is like small Kratoses, like painted orange with the markings and stuff.
Can I just
dancing
call him
around,
Chuck?
cheering on Charlie,
Yeah,
and singing about throwing axes in people's faces.
He's named after the mom's father. So some Norse dude whose name was Charlie. And that's Kratos' kid.
Interesting.
How about no. No. No.
I don't. Well, called him Fedor, I guess.
They could have called him any number of traditional Norse names that would sound 10 times more badass, but be at least 30% harder to pronounce. But I'd rather have
Charlie.
trouble pronouncing it and it sound really cool than it be Charlie.
Wait, let's see, like Kratos. I am son of Kratos. My name is Charlie.
Yes.
Hear me.
Kratos the Destroyer, the God of War. His kid's name? Charlie.
It's Kratos the God Killer, and then Charlie,
Yeah.
and his chocolate factory.
Like, that juxtaposition sounds like a really, really bad webcomic.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem that you're gonna have, right? Because you've got guys like Odin that he's got to fight against, Thor that he has to fight against. So you got like these awesome names. Hi, I'm Charlie. Fear me, Thor.
Charlie the
No.
God Killer.
No.
The kid stays with you
Struck
all the
down
time.
right there.
Watch the interview on IGN with the dev, says Wraith. Okay, so you're still Kratos, but the kid's gonna be there 100%.
Yep, he's gonna be there to shoot arrows in your shoulder the whole time.
He's gonna be there to teach Kratos that there's more to life than just being a big badass.
Look,
Happy
instead of
Christmas,
taking out your anger and
Christmas.
ripping out their eyeballs, give them a chocolate bar.
Oh
Shut
my
up,
God.
Charlie. Shut up with your candy propaganda.
Go to the hut, Charlie. Go to the hut.
That would be awesome
along,
if they
move
renamed him.
We got to see footage of Battlefield 1.
I saw a
excited.
little bit of it. Wow, I am
Right?
fucking stoked for it.
Like,
Holy shit!
I'm
You're
ecstatic
gonna
for
play the hell
that.
out of it.
Yeah.
Prey 2 has been announced.
Prey 2, which is nothing like Prey 1, so that's weird. We are afraid of new IPs. Got it.
Fucking wimps.
I mean, it looks cool. Like, I'm interested to see what that's about, but it has nothing to do with the first Prey. Like, it is name alone that is shifting over.
There you
Like
go.
Ghostbusters. Yep.
Nice job, Vodka.
Well done, sir. Well done.
I'm super excited about they did another trailer for Detroit Being Human. Being Human, is that what it's called?
Yes. Or
Become
no,
Human.
it's
That's
Become
what it is.
Human.
Being
Become
Human was a TV show. Sorry. But it looked really cool, and it gave us another playable character. Like the first trailer that we saw showed us Kara, which was the android that was being put together in the factory, and she came to life, and then she had sentient thought and feelings and all that stuff, and that's crazy. But now we meet a new dude whose name I can't remember. Sorry, guy. He's a negotiator. Connor. Is that his name? I think it's Connor.
Connor.
He's a negotiator that's being sent in to deal with a hostage situation that involves an android who's gone off his rails and has taken one of the kids hostage from the family, and he's got to negotiate it all out, and it's going to be choices and crazy shit, and I don't know, it looks really good. Like, it looks fantastic, but every one of David Cage's games look really good. I've just heard that they fall down on the story now and then, because they basically sacrifice it for it looking so pretty, which is...
Well, and that's the thing is, like, with, I played Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain's the first one that I sat down and played, and when they had me putting, like, eyeshadow and mascara and stuff like that on as part of the gameplay, I was kind of like, what? And changing a baby's diaper, by the way.
There's a child next to you.
Oh my
That's
God.
why we're all like...
She just scared me.
Yeah, I was like,
I think she scared all of us because she slowly showed up. Anyway, while Oak deals with his baby, become human. God, I will get the name right.
Become
once,
Human.
I
Detroit
swear.
Become Human. First of all, Detroit, born and raised. I can't wait to see
Yeah,
a game like that, kind of set in that city. So that's.
So I wonder how different it's got to be different because.
Oh yeah, it's got to be different for sure. You okay? You okay? Your heart going?
Yeah. Like, I'm like, what? What?
I thought you noticed her. She just kind of.
I was like, is he purposely ignoring her?
No, because like I can't. Like I'm looking at the original, like the regular. Shit, I can't even talk now. the stream coming back at us. So all I see is when y'all talk, I'm looking at the Skype that way. I'm not looking at my live picture. So I had no idea she was there, and I couldn't see her out of my peripheral. I'm like, I'm into whatever conversation we had going on. Next thing I know, I'm about to die. She could have stabbed me, and I would never know.
She could have. She could have.
Creepiness.
Anyway, what were we saying about Heavy Rain?
Anyway, so like you had the whole like change the baby's diaper, things like that. But plotline wise, I really liked the way it was done and the fact that different choices in the game made it move on, which made me want to play the Beyond Two Souls one. Beyond Two Souls did fall a little bit short in certain areas, but for the most part, it was an entertaining movie because that's what it was. You're playing an interactive movie. I think with this one, what I really liked was they showed you all the different options with that big tree they pulled up.
Right.
And just said, okay, if you did this, this could move. Boo, boo, boo. It was kind of that butterfly effect, and it reminded me a little bit of Until Dawn, which I loved, which is the fact you really had no clue what was going to happen when you were playing Until Dawn. Is this person going to die? Is this person going to live? If I make this decision, what's going to happen later? You just saw a little butterfly pop up, and you knew that something was going to change, right? And I think that that's what excites me about the Detroit one is like I might be able to actually. There's even more choices that are available to you, and it's got a good chance of being a lot of replays being done. So the replayability might have it be pretty high, but we'll just have to see.
Me and Griff were having that discussion, and with what you said, kind of plays into it. During some of the outcomes in the Connor thing is that Connor can be killed, or that the little girl can be killed, or that the guy can be killed, or all these different options. Is that I think that if Connor dies, it plays into the story. Like, you don't just get to reset and, you get to
get to reset. I don't want him to die.
That's fine, but if he dies, then the rest of the story will play out differently. Like, your other character won't meet him, and then she has to meet someone else to do things, or the characters in the story won't, it'll follow a different path. If their engine is that incredible and everything, there's like a billion different paths depending on who dies during your scenarios and who lives and all of this stuff. It's absolutely incredible and makes the decision so much more important because you don't want your characters to die. So you got to play a lot more carefully. So that's what I think it'll be like. Like, if you make the choice and your character dies, they die and then the story continues on. But you can reset if you want your character to live and change your choices and things like that. So that's where I think it'll be.
I just think we need to see more about it to see how that's gonna. I mean, branching stories and everything, how it's gonna work and all that. So we'll see. As it doesn't have a release date or anything yet.
But I'm excited to kind of see how it plays out. It definitely looks like it's got massive, massive potential.
Yeah, yeah.
For
I think
sure.
it's definitely going to end up being something good.
What there
State of,
the randomer said, I love
Mhm.
all the games, Telltale games. Telltale announced their 2 new games. The Batman game looks really fucking good, and the Walking Dead game looks really fucking good.
I think we talked about that last week, though. Didn't they announce that before the show last Sunday?
Yeah,
They
did
did.
we see anything else about it? Because I didn't.
No, I don't think
Mm.
so.
Oh,
No,
well.
they didn't really. I mean, they were. If they did talk about it a little, they were probably overshadowed by everything else.
Well, the one thing that I saw an interview talking to one of the developers about the Telltale is that we are now caught up with the comic books, so we may be seeing some comic book stars passing through our game. Yeah.
But
so
it won't be anything tied into
the show. Nope.
Like the
nope.
show verse is completely separate from the comic verse.
It's the comic verse and the game. They're connected. So we'll get to see comic book version of Rick and Carl and all of those people. So that's
Anybody else that might still be alive.
yeah. So it's really neat. And all the choices that you made previously will affect how it plays out in your current story.
Yes. Oak, how do you feel about the fact that they maybe have teased a new Wolfenstein?
I'm excited. Wolfenstein is such a classic style of game, and every time they've come out with some type of iteration of it, I've always played it. So it makes me even more excited because of how well they did with the last one, and how well they've done with the newest Doom. That that we're going to be able to use, be able to play the game, and it's going to look great. And I like the fact that like Doom and Wolfenstein have different feels to them, and so I can play both, and I could do both in the same day if I wanted to, and it would still feel great. But I think I'm excited about that. And it's weird how they did it with the little bleep just before they showed a preview, and it just kind of happened to see
Yeah.
the thing on there. That's very odd. But it looks. I can't remember what the word was that was on there, but
The new
was it Colossus?
Colossus.
Yeah, new
New
Colossus.
Colossus.
That's it.
Yep.
It had Colossus in it, and so I'm really excited about that because and interested to see where they're taking it. Bethesda's doing a really good job with their series recently. Like I really think Bethesda's one of those companies that I think they're looking at their IPs and going, we're going to, we know the gamers are going to bitch, so we've got to do the best we can to make sure they don't bitch.
Or they bitch
Right.
as little as they can, because
Right. Yeah, but I mean, I think with
They're
Fallout
always going to
4,
bitch.
with the new Doom, stuff like that, because Doom looks fantastic and it feels like Doom. If you're not a Doom fan and you go into this game and you're looking for a major plot line, anything like that, it's not going to feel the same way. And it's the same thing with Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein has its cutscenes and things like that, but it's designed for you to go in and shoot and kill people. That's what the game, like, blow shit up. That's what these games are for. It's it's like the old days of when Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone had all these action movies that were out. You went to go see these movies to watch them blow shit up. You didn't really care about the acting and necessarily the plot line. You just wanted to see shit blow up. But
And the cheesy one-liners.
yeah, and the cheesy one-liners. But they were fun and entertaining and stuff like that. Not a Michael Bay film, right? But fun and entertaining and enjoyable. But it's like that's where I think that they've done a really good job of making sure that we enjoy them as gamers. One of the things I was excited about, I didn't even know about it until you told me, Griff, was that on one of the USBs they had possible Bulletstorm remastered.
Bulletstorm remastered. Yes,
Which
I'm so
again,
excited.
that's again one of those games, right? Like you go through and it's like like you said, the chain mechanic is one of the things. And I think I've played maybe 4 hours of the game. You've played through it and everything else, but the guy, the way the one-liners, what he says, as it goes through, it reminds me of one of those style games. So I'm excited about possibility of games going back to just blowing shit up every once in a while.
Hell, that game even had a pretty good story. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't the highlight, but to be fair, for all the violence and mayhem and explosions,
Yeah.
like, it was a pretty good story. It definitely held itself together.
I really enjoyed it. I hate that it didn't get more acclaim, but I'm glad that we're looking at a remaster because maybe it means that we'll get a second game because the first one left it open for a sequel, and I need it. I need to know. Just saying.
Well, I feel like it's a cult hit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because
Definitely.
there's a lot of people that, I mean, in the gaming industry that really like the game. It's the game itself didn't hit big. right?
Yeah.
So
Most
The
people just bought
advertising
it
wasn't
just for
handled
the-
well, and
mhm.
Most people just bought it for the Gears of War. What was it, Gears of War 3 multiplayer or something like
yes,
that?
it was the beta for the multiplayer.
Yeah, and then you have like it's even Darksiders, right? Darksiders is not the most well-known game that's out there, but it has a very good following that's on there, and it's one of the games that you really enjoy. So I'm
I just
hoping,
hate that the remaster was shitty.
yeah. So
That's fine. Bringing it back to Bethesda, they said they're working on 2 major projects before Elder Scrolls 6.
All right, so
That's why we got a
Wolfenstein
remaster. So yeah, Wolfenstein and something else.
and what else do we
2
need
major
here?
projects. And I know they've got new Fallout 4 content in the pipeline as well. We're gonna be getting Nuka-Cola World, something like that.
yeah, I saw a thing on that, but
I'm excited about that. I mean, I haven't even gotten to the point where, like, I'm still in the Automatron DLC because I just haven't gotten to sit down and play it to the point where I finish that and go into Far Harbor, which I really, really want to play. But it's supposed to have a new map that's going to be similar in size to the Far Harbor map. So I'm
but now
excited.
they own Dishonored as well. So you think it's just Wolfenstein and Dishonored?
Maybe.
Maybe that may be the
Dishonored
two.
is.
I feel like
well,
Dishonored is mostly finished, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't say they were like they're starting them up. They just said there's going to be 2 new
Right.
major releases before the next Elder Scroll games. So
Could be Call of Cthulhu.
There you go.
Ooh, I told Baka when they release it, I'll go ahead and buy it and stream it since the other one didn't work. That one is creepy as fuck too, man. You talk about a good
Oh no, that's just the
atmosphere.
beginning of it. That's just like there's a part where you got out of the sewer and you hear like a little girl giggling and laughing and whispering to you, and you can't tell where it's coming from. I think she pops up a couple of times, but yeah, really
Creepy
really
atmosphere.
Yeah, like that,
Really
that-
fucking creepy.
Woo. But let's get Griff to play it then.
I think Baka bought that for me so that I would stream it,
Mhm. But I'm the one that's playing it.
yeah.
It's because I'm
now.
I'm a lot harder to scare. Like I like the atmosphere, it's creepy and whatnot. But if I die, then I just go through it. It doesn't have any effect on me.
We got a few good jumps out of you in the Emily game.
Yeah, like I said, the first few times it's like, oh no, and then afterwards it's like, all right, clown dude, just shut up and whatever.
Oh, the Layers of Fear people are making a new game, by the way. They
yeah, I
showed that
saw
off
that.
at E3. It's called Observer. I had to look over to see the name of it. But it looks creepy as well. I don't really know what the premise is. Like, the trailer didn't tell me a whole hell of a lot about it, but it made it creepy and it looks atmospheric, and I know they did a good job with Layers of Fear. I mean, it got a little repetitive, so hopefully they fix that, but
I think I played that one. Which one was
you
that
did.
one?
It's the one where like every time you turn around and turn back around, whatever's behind you is different.
Oh god, that game
You
was
played at the same
so
time
fucking
you played
good.
Emily.
Like you talk about losing your damn mind. Holy shit. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's those people.
Woo. That was like that I would play in VR and just that was something else.
They haven't announced the date yet, so I'll let you know when that's ready and you can get it and stream it as well. It'll be super fun.
Whew, man, that that Layers of Fear game was a little taxing. I beat it in one night.
Yeah, I think you went through the whole thing in one go.
It was a little taxing on my sanity, that's for damn sure. Like you're just running, you open up a door and it's to the same hallway you just came out of, so you go through it and you turn around, it's like, wait, what?
I'm
Wait, what?
lost.
And so you go back down to the door that you just went into, you go into it and it's a different room. And you're just like, oh my god, fuck this shit. I'm leaving this house. And then you turn around and the hallway's gone and you're like, okay. I'm gonna jump out this fucking window and be done with this shit.
I'm out. Bye.
Then you jump out the window and you come back into the hallway. Oh my god.
We got new footage of Recore, which we saw a trailer for last year.
That was a release date too, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty quick, actually. My question is, interested in it or not? Because I really kind of want to play this game.
Kind of.
Which
but
one?
Yes. No.
September
later.
13th, it looks like.
It's
Hey!
your birthday. Birthday
What-
releases all around.
What game is it?
Recore, where you got the basically the dog with the big blue bulb on the inside of him, the little core that's on the inside of him, and you're running around doing stuff. But they show different characters, like different, I guess, pals. I don't know what you call them, like different pets, I guess, that you can use. One looks kind of like a spider in a way, except four-legged, and can use them to grapple hook and Then you got the dog one that can explode and destroy a bunch of animals, and then like you had different ones like that. I thought that was a pretty cool concept, right? So I'm interested to see where that one goes. Watch Dogs 2, yes, no, maybe.
Maybe.
Need more
I
information
might
on it.
rent it. That's about. I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely a rent before buy, because, I mean, I rented the first one as well, and I'm kind of okay with that. Every once in a while I get the wild hair, and I'm like, oh, I'd kind of like to go back through that again, and then I'm like, but why?
You
it
pluck that
started
wild
out
hair
good,
real quick.
and then just kind of like the story was just like, I don't give a shit about you, dude.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's what it felt like, is like the story really didn't. They're like, play it the way you want to play it, make Aiden you, but it doesn't matter though. And I was like, well, because I went through trying to be the good guy, but everybody reacted to me like I was murdering everyone anyway. It didn't matter that I did all the right things and didn't
Right.
kill people. It was still, you're a shitty human being. Look at you. It's like, well, why did you give me the option? It would have been so much easier if I could just shoot everybody.
Because that's why.
Oh, I'm
Because-
super excited about We Happy Few, by the way.
Oh my god.
Yes. That
Oh,
one-
so
That one
creepy,
is fucked
weird.
up.
Yeah, that game is fucked up.
I'm telling you, it
Look,
reminds me. It reminds me of
Candy
Rapture
Pinata
before they all
raccoons.
completely went nuts.
Yeah.
Like this is like the whole nuts process is what it reminds me of. It's like, oh, this is them going crazy.
So I wonder if you're gonna get to play a scenario and then do it as you want, and then on different scenario do it as you want, and like I wonder if they're gonna have multiple scenarios where you can kind of start from, or if it's just gonna be the same scenario, different choices all the way through.
I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get some more information on it soon, and we'll kind of know on that one.
Absolutely, that game is fucked up though.
New South Park game.
Awesome.
I know
Ooh,
Baka's
yes.
interested.
Absolutely, that first one was fantastic. So much better than I thought it was gonna be.
See, I thought it was just okay.
I thought it was really well. I
Well,
like
well, get outta here.
RPGs and all that kind of cool stuff. So
Well, this one's going to be more of like a strategy RPG as well. So with the combat where you can actually like move around instead of
Mhm.
just being turn-based back and forth.
okay.
That's
So,
cool
like,
to see that they're changing what they do. Like, I'd be interested to see if they do a third game and do it more, like with a more different style, adding different stuff in there, and over the top crap or whatever it happens to be, just to, because because they like a lot of times when they're doing one episode to the next. I mean, even their World of Warcraft episode they did, which is classic, right? It's like they try to push the limit that they can, but they want every episode to feel a little bit different, even though it's in the same universe, right?
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see if they start doing that with the games, if it's they've kind of changed how the gameplay sets up. Quake Champions for PC. Interested? No.
Eh.
I'd have to see how it does.
Everybody's
Quake-
like, "Wee, middle
Quake
of the road."
was really big, but I feel like they just did this because of the fact that
They released Doom.
Doom and
Unreal
Wolfenstein
Tournament.
and everything.
yeah, Unreal Tournament and stuff. I don't know. It's on there. State of Decay 2.
Holy shit! Yeah.
I want
Actually,
it made me
Windows-
want to play the first one, because I remember how much fun that you had playing it, and it makes me want to go back and play the first one now because
It's really fun. Like it is so much fun. It's like a strategy third-person zombie build 'em game. It's really fucking fun. So
this.
and Windows 10, the son of a bitches.
Windows 10, got to get Windows 10 now before it's no longer free, right?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna like get it the day before.
Yes, there you go. Lords of the Fallen developers have created a game called The Surge, which looks like Dark Souls with exosuits.
I
Ooh.
watched a couple of minutes of it.
Speaking of Dark Souls without exosuits, I wanted to make sure that I talked about this before. I found it on Twitter. It's called Neo.
Yeah, I typed it in the thing. Y'all can pronounce it how you want, but we look at Neo.
Neo. It's like a samurai version of Dark Souls. It's
Yes, it's very cool looking.
yeah, it's very fluid. It's very Japanese oriented. It looks really neat. Now I'm interested in it. It's the first time I've seen anything about it. But there's an E3 trailer apparently, so I'm gonna go ahead and follow that one and see how it goes in
Maybe eventually
development.
they'll say the name so that you know how to pronounce it.
Mhm.
No kidding.
It'd be like-
And it's by Team Ninja.
Yes, so
So
keep an eye out for multiplayer because if so, me and Baka will definitely fucking play that one.
mhm.
I know you
Hell
said
yeah.
it looks very Japanese and as far as gameplay goes and everything. Near that one with the weird director from last year got a gameplay trailer this year, or well, I guess it's gameplay. It's a boss fight. It looks really pretty. Not my cup of tea. It's very that kind of gameplay where it's anime hack and slash kind of, only super shiny, pretty exterior. I mean, it looks gorgeous, does not look like my kind of game though. Would anybody else play it? I was gonna say the either of you because I don't think it would be Oak's cup of tea either. I was more directed towards Chicken and Baka.
Definitely
me,
not.
Yeah, me and Baka love our hack and slashes.
I know.
Hack and slash, beat 'em up, things like that. So, I'd keep an eye on it. I haven't watched the trailer, so.
It looks.
Yeah, well, I was kind of going over the trailer a little bit now. It looks really pretty.
It is very pretty. Like they're fighting. It's two androids. Basically, all of the humans are gone, and machines continue to fight, even though they don't realize their fight is 100% futile because there's nothing to fight for. So, you're all machines, even though you look like people. You're pretty little android people, and they're fighting some big like opera singer boss that's made of metal, and it's very pretty. The fight is very
Hacking out a metal
stylized.
skirt.
Yeah. And she does a bunch of different attacks throughout the thing. I mean, it's got your basic, boss fight mentality, which is here's phase 1, here's phase 2, this is what changes in phase 3, this is how you do phase 4. It looks really cool, looks really pretty. Just not my thing, but you guys might be into it.
Well, if Baka likes it, I'm pretty sure he can speak for me. I haven't watched the video.
Yeah, it looks
It looks really good so far.
Okay, yeah, I'd keep an eye on it. So maybe there's lots of good game.
Wraith said he played the Neo beta on PS4 and it was kind of meh.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I'd have to play it for myself to make my own.
Chicken's very much one of those, like, he has to try stuff for himself. He has to. Which I don't blame him for.
It's what you like. It's what you think is may be fucking awesome to me, or what I think is may be awesome to you. I mean,
right.
So I like the opinion so that I can kind of go in with, knowing
that it may
something.
not be the most stellar
exactly.
thing ever.
So it brings my hype level down to earth, and it's like, all right, go into this understanding that there's issues here. Don't be blinded to them. Something like that. So that's
anything else we need to?
No, you went over most of the ones that I was excited about. Event Horizon. Holy shit, we didn't even. Did we talk about that?
No, we didn't. Go ahead.
Horizon Zero Dawn, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, Event Horizon. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a very bad sci-fi movie that's scary as hell. Yeah, that one.
Come on, that one.
Carry on.
But yes.
What about the thing?
I didn't watch any of the trailers. I know.
I didn't watch that one because I wasn't interested in it the first go around. I figured everybody else would since you guys were interested. Way to go!
I haven't watched any of the trailers for anything.
Watching the footage from Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm very interested in that game. I like the idea of being able to take control of some of these mechanical animals a little bit and be able to ride them, and also being able to take them down. It looks like there's a virus of some sort that they can be that'll take them over, and they'll change from like this yellowish blue color to a red, and that's how then they become violent and they'll try to attack you and stuff accordingly. But I thought it was interesting too is because they're like their real life counterpart. So if they look like a tiger, they're going to attack you. If they look like a cow, you're not necessarily going to get attacked, right? Because it's a
cow.
Yeah, I really want to see the story in that. Like, how did these come to being?
Yeah, I don't know, because it's all future, right? So,
exactly.
So I'm not really sure how it came to be, but it's very interesting. I like the gameplay that they showed of it was really neat, and the fact that you have to get parts and things like that in order to craft, but you get it by killing some of the stuff that you need to, but you can also take control of some of the animals and ride them from point A to point B, and even use them for combat by circling around like you would on a horse, and then you can also tie some of them down. You've got like what looks kind of like what is it, Eagle Vision that's in Assassin's Creed?
Yep.
Very similar to that, to where you can say, okay, she'll go, all right, she gives you information, so you know how to strike whatever it is that you're up against. Now, how far that goes into the game, I don't know. Like if that's something you need to unlock, and then you can unlock points towards being able to find out more information, which I'm assuming a lot of times will happen. But I like it. I thought it looked good. It was really, I don't know that it was necessarily my highlight of the entire event, but it was impressive to see. And I think that's a PlayStation exclusive, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
so,
and Ray said March for the
March
release date on that.
Yeah, we got Resident Evil's January 2017. So.
Well, right now it is.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about? Doesn't the other one come out later this month?
Yes. Umbrella Corpse.
Yep.
So.
They said if you want to shoot 'em up, play that one. If you are interested in the survival horror for Resident Evil, play the other one.
Or play them both.
Yeah, Chicken will play both of them.
Oh,
but
you know it.
if you're looking for Resident Evil with lots of guns, this one.
This one is really good. Me and
this
Baka
one.
will be streaming it at some point for sure.
Awesome.
If we can, rip ourselves apart from Overwatch.
Overwatch. Yeah.
The overcrack.
It had to be
Or
mentioned
WoW
at least
crack.
one
Download
time.
it and start playing it. Maybe we'll kind of go into that one and be like, oh, Overwatch, what? No, Resident Evil, shoot people. No, shoot his backpack, kill the zombies.
Come on now, come on. I have my console up there and my PC here. I'll just play both at the same time.
Oh my god, shut up.
Well, my PC's here, TV, Xbox, PlayStation. It's like all like right here. I don't have to move. I
Exactly.
even have a mini fridge. I don't have to move.
Well, I got a full scale fridge over that way, so
Baka's little man cave over there.
got to move slightly.
Anything else to add, guys?
I think that's it.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Don't forget to go to the YouTube, check out all of our new Let's Plays and whatnot.
Leave a sandwich.
New Let's Plays, yay. We do appreciate everybody that hangs out with us each and every week here at Infinite Respawn. If you listen to the audio version of this, go to twitch.tv/Infinite Respawn PC and make sure you follow. You can also check us out at Twitter at Infinite Res PC. You can check me personally out at MDB Oaktree. Check out Griff.
At Griff Slineham.
Check out Chicken.
At Elite Chicken 313.
Check out Baka.
At Baka Pickle.
Also, like she said, go to YouTube, go on there and type in Infinite Respawn and watch all the Let's Plays and everything that Griff and Baka have going on, and Chicken now.
Yeah, you got to throw me up in there now. I'm
Got all
famous.
this going on. Also, past broadcasts as well as past podcasts. And go and enjoy that. You can also go to infiniterespawn.com and join the forums, hang out. There should be a subject matter about E3 on there as well, I would believe.
There's individual topics. And if there's something that I hadn't put one up yet for, it's honestly because I ran out of time at work. My bad, you guys. Throw up your own. You can do that. It's in the news section. Go for it.
Go on there, join, have a good time talking to everybody that's on there. And then also during the week, we do stream. You've got Chicken that is currently streaming Overwatch at 8 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. And then on Sundays, I'm on my own channel, twitch.tv/MDB Oaktree. And I'm currently playing Uncharted 4, and that one's about over. So go on there and watch. I'm at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sunday nights. So hope to see
You only
you.
think it's about over. That one keeps going into like, oh,
I'm on
look,
chapter
pretty sure
19.
I'm pretty sure I'm towards the end. Nope. It's still going.
Yeah, that's probably it. Like I'm at to that particular point, and I'm like, oh man, really? The other 15,000 chapters. Oh my god. But it's so good though. It is so good. For Infinite Respawn, I'm Oaktree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Chicken.
I'm Baka.
See ya.
Bye.
Everybody wave but Baka. Nice job.
I'll wave twice.
Please hang up and try again.
Bye.